Yo, what is going on? Oh, my bad. What is going on, gang? Hello? Hello? I was bugging. Let's go. Yes, sir, I was bugging. Alrighty. I mean, shoot, we back on that streaming-ish, that Ace Attorney-ish. Bro, I kind of want to make a goal for myself. I don't really work next week, okay? I'm gonna keep it a buck. Work one day next week. I want to stream every day until I work next week. Alright, y'all, I want to stream every day until I work. I don't know if it's gonna be all Ace Attorney, because that'd be a little bit on one. I got a couple of games like I'm thinking about streaming. I'm thinking about streaming Hitman Blood Money. I feel like that shit would be fire. Alrighty. So, how's your investigation going, detective? Well, hey, I can't tell you that, pal. Nick, maybe you need to be a little more indirect with your questions? Right, so, detective, mind if I take a look at what you got? What I got? The autopsy report, the latest version, if you please. Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal. Autopsy report added to the court record. Why was Mr. Powers arrested? Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there in Studio 1. Now, the victim entered Studio 1 approximately 1 p.m. At the time, there was no other, okay, I forget this guy's voice. I might just have to, we making up voices as we go, y'all. Like, we can't just remember these voices. At the time, there was no, that's not his voice. At the time, there was no other, what's his voice, y'all? Kinda like dumb. At the time, there was no, man, I just sound dumb. At the time, there was no one other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30 p.m. Only one person went to the studio between 1 and 2:30. And that person was none other than Will Powers. No one else, pal. And if you think I'm lying, security lady at the main gate. Ask the security lady at the main gate. Nick, if that's true, anyone would think that Powers did it with that kind of evidence. Thanks for cheering me up. About the security lady. Oh, that sweet old lady? What a charmer. Huh? Are we talking about the same person? When I came here, oh my god, dude. I'm trying to predict what he's gonna say, I think. I need to be on one for Ace Attorney, y'all. I'm trying to be good out here. When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee. Remember what Powers said. She's a sucker for authority. She even gave me a piece of valuable evidence. What? Let's see that valuable evidence. What kind of evidence? Well, photo. Guys, I can't speak. The photo of Steel Samurai heading toward the scene of the crime. What? Who took that? See the camera up on the gate, pal? The gate? You mean the one with the welcome sign? Yeah, whenever someone walks by, that camera automatically snaps a photo of them. Oh no! Nick, he has evidence. We're finished. Funny, for someone with hard proof, he doesn't look too happy. What's wrong, pal? You seem down. Don't look so happy when you say that. We'd like to ask the employees here some questions. Sure thing, pal. Go wherever you like. Of course, you're not going to find any clues I haven't found already. I'm glad someone around here seems to be enjoying themselves. Nick, let's go. We got a free pass to the place. Now's our chance to check these things out. Alrighty, let's move to what the what? The kid doesn't show what's down the path to the left. It looks like a tree fell down over the path. Oh yeah, that way's dangerous. You should stay out, pal. There's nothing down there anyway. That's where Studio 2's used to be, they tell me. They don't use it now, though. Studio mascot. I guess it's a monkey of some kind. What kind of monkey has a nose like that? He's holding a sign in his hand. Right to Studio 1, left to Studio 2. What's up with that thing? It's kind of busted. Oh, the wind's pretty strong yesterday, and the head broke off. It took the tree down with it too. Alrighty. The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. Hey, it's locked. Looks like you need a card key to get in. It makes sense that they would want to keep the non-employees out. Hey, there's a camera here. That's the security camera. It takes photos of people going into the studio. All you have to do is look at the data and you can see who went in there. Who went in where. There's a number plate on the camera, STI 307. That must be the ID number. Hello, Bush. Maybe I'll take a short rest here. Hey, good idea, pal. Detective, aren't you on the case? Well, yeah, but... Hey, us detectives get tired standing around too, pal. There's a big welcome sign above the path. Yeah, apparently the studio's fallen on tough times. They started letting people in on days they aren't filming. They make a bit of extra money by charging for admission. Huh, you sure know a lot about this place, detective. You know, you could always quit being a detective and work here? Yeah, and what perfect timing with the studio mascot down for the count. Huh? Just what's that supposed to mean, pal? Damn, that's fucked up a little bit. Nick, look! The security lady's in the guard station stuffing her face with donuts. I guess all cops like their donuts. Yeah, and they're soft enough she doesn't need to chew on them. Hey, you! Well, are you satisfied with Powers' guilty yet? Irk. She had to make my life harder by giving that photo to Detective Gumshoe. Why didn't you tell us about the photos? About the security photo, man? Oh, that? I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with the detective himself. These things are important, you know. Oh, just left from here is the gate with the camera that took the photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see. The guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go here, you pass by my station first. Now, poor Hammer, he went into the studio just before 1 o'clock. The murder happened at right around 2:30, see? The only one I seen go through here between 1 and 2:30 was Powers himself. The security camera got a good look at him, too. If he's not the one that did it, I don't know who is. Maybe it was you? Yeah! Good one, Sonny. He thinks I was joking. Was the victim, Mr. Hammer, a popular actor? Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio. Was. Past tense? Oh yes, he was as... Oh yes, he was as great... Oh yes, he was as great as Bearded Samurai. That too, yes. He's shown the brightest back in the day. Making a star like him play evil magistrate is a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who can blame him? About the security camera. Oh yes, the camera. It's automatic. It can tell when someone walks through the gate, see? When it snaps a photo. Apparently, it records the time when it takes the picture too. But I don't bother myself with those details. I just view all the photos on the computer over in the security guard station. I check them every day before going home, I do. Hey, no touching! Damn, okay. The security guard station, security they must like drink food. There's a mountain of it in the desk in there. I can see the computer that runs the security cameras. Looks like a studio van. They probably use it to carry on film equipment. The main entrance to the studio. There was a big scene here yesterday. Okay. Employee area. Nick, this is where they do all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Hey, look, there's Power's dressing room. No one's in here this soon after the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around. There's a sign by the dressing room door. Well, Powers. It must be neat to be the star and to have your own room like this. The door to the dressing room, it's not locked. Hey, Nick, let's take a look inside. Maybe we can find something as a souvenir? What do you mean, find? You never know. There might be something like the samurai spear? We don't need a spear. And that's the murder weapon, for crying out loud. Okay. Let's see, cola, candy, chips, gum. Huh, it's so normal. I was expecting some cool snacks or something. Popcorn, at least. Wait, look, samurai soda. Nick, try this. Ladies first. Alrighty. That must be the storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment. Wow, Nick, you know a lot about the industry. What else would they keep in a film studio? Truly, truly. The metal grate on the drain here has been taken off. That's a pretty big drain. A kid could fit through there, I bet. Yeah, if you snuck in that way, you wouldn't have to pay at the gate. Well, if you want to leave that way, be my guest. Right. Huh? Hey, I'm not a kid. There's a half-finished backdrop for a stage here. Looks like a castle. Probably neo-old Tokyo castle. Probably. The remains of yesterday's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a lot of T-bone on the plates, minus the steak. T-bone steak. That would have hit the spot. You just had a burger. Yeah, but I have a second stomach just for steaks. What? Looks like one of those electric-powered bicycles. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point? It makes it a lot easier to go pills. Don't people cycle to get exercise? Yo, I need exercise, oh god. I don't fucking do anything. Exercise-wise. Feels bad, man. Dude, there's like, oh, never mind. Total 16. Global Studios dressing room. Power's dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping? Or at least this is where he claims he was sleeping. No one actually saw him taking a nap here, did they? Right, and there's a picture of him near the crime scene. I hope he's telling the truth. For his sake. Looks like someone was sleeping here. Maybe Powers did take a nap here yesterday. There's some regular suits in among these costumes here. Those must be his own clothes. It'd be fun to wear one of the costumes. I'd say you were already wearing one myself. There was have mirrors like this in dressing rooms. I see my hair is still nice and spiky, just how I like it. There's a vast array of cosmetics here. Oh! This is the wig he used in Samurai Boogie Woogie! Nick, try this on! No. And how can you tell the name of a show just by looking at a wig? I kinda like samurai movies. Kinda? Alright, there's nothing here. Let's check the bag, I guess. This must be Powers' bag. Hey, don't open that. Look! An employee card key. That must be Powers. It says Studio 1. Let's take it, Nick. Borrow it. You mean borrow. Card key added to the court record. Okay. Okay. Let's get out of here. Bitch, get out of my face, please. Benches Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body. Let's go in and check it out, Nick. I wonder if this card key we borrowed from the dressing room will work. Beep! It opened. Alright, we're in. She's way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene. October 16, Studio 1. What is it? You're real quiet all of a sudden. Doesn't it give you the shivers, Nick? The white tape, it's so real. Well, the evil magistrate did die here, and the steel samurai killed him. The murder weapon was the samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me. They outlined where Jack Hammer's body lay with tape. His body was found still inside the evil magistrate costume. I guess that's why the head part looks like a helmet. Funny, I expected the spear stabbing would leave at least a few blood stains. I guess the costume must have absorbed most of it. Hey, look! That's the chair that the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. Hey Nick, take a look at that! One of those black and white boards they clap at the start of filming. And look! A megaphone! A real-life megaphone! Ready, Nick? Action! This girl is more trouble than I thought. Look! A ladder! That's a step ladder. So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. Right, sorry. This girl's out there. Okay. Wow, look at that camera. It must cost a ton. Yeah, so don't touch it. Whoa, it's heavier than I thought. Hey, no touching that. Sorry. My partner is kind of, no, I don't know. Who are you? Who, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with props and stuff, moving them around, ordering new ones, etc. We're lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers. Oh, you're WP's people. WP? Oh, Will Powers. WP, I get it. I don't envy you guys one bit, but do what you can for WP, okay? He's never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent. Don't worry, leave it to us. Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder? Yes, I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see. Only one assistant? Yes, well, the studio isn't doing so well right now, and yesterday was only rehearsal for our action sequences. Oh, I see. In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there, along with everyone else. The employee area, that's where Powers' dressing room is, right? Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to Studio 1. Then he saw WP go into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that. Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his dressing room? No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private... What kind of girl do you think I am? What kind? No, I'm sure you're a fine girl. Sorry. So much for getting confirmation of Power's alibi. What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came into the studio, then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph. Sorry, I know you're busy. Not really. Actually, there's been something bothering me. Aha! That's what I'm talking about. A clue, a lead. Well, I don't know about that. But that day, afternoon, I sensed someone was here. You sensed? Damn. You sensed? Yes, several times. Some other studio employees, maybe? No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside. Really? But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry I don't have any better information than that. No, thanks. That helps a lot. That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot. Since someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio, yes, I think doesn't cut it in a witness testimony. Nick, what about the security lady? If someone else came into the studio, she must have seen them. This one looks like this. What, you're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times? Sure as can be. But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from the outside here that day. What? Are you absolutely sure you were watching the whole time? Ma'am. Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? Eek. Alright, you better tell me quick, you spiky-haired cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh? We were just talking to the assistant in Studio One. Her, she's not even a full-time employee. All you youngins are alike nowadays. Oh my gosh, yo, she going on a tangent, y'all. You know I cannot keep up with that at 11:52 p.m., y'all. She left. Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over our shoulders. Computer that runs the studio security cameras. Nick, maybe we can see that photo of Powers with this computer. Yeah, maybe. Should I try the computer? Oh yeah. Okay, let's give it a try. You know how to work those things, right, Nick? Looks like I have to enter in a few numbers. Let's see, first I need the date of the murder. Looks like the camera turned on that day at 1 p.m. that day. 1 o'clock. That was when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Please enter the number of the security camera. It was this one. There, entered. Hey, it printed out the data for that day. Let's see what we got. Huh? How is this a picture of Will Powers? Well, he is the one who always wears that suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him. I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. There's something printed on the back, huh? October 15th, 2 p.m. photo number 2. What does that mean? Maybe there's more photo data from that day? Nope, that's the only one on the computer. Powers? Photo added to court record? Hey Nick, can we use this photo as evidence for the trial? Yeah. We'll put that security lady in her place with this. Right, we'll put her in her place. Well, that's what I said. Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says. Wait, let's not. Why not? It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon. Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate. Hey, why do I have to be the villain? Relax, it was just a joke. So, are we done for today? I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is the security lady? Oh, sorry, y'all. I had to sneeze. Whew. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th. The defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Gain some G Fuel in, y'all. Gotta stay awake. Yeah, that's true. We go on. Very well, I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. I call Detective Gumshoe to the stand. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court? Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studios. You see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. Security lady that works in the studios here the security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station there is a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then, after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to the Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now, jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was canceled. Oh no, y'all. He's dead. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear was found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case, in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to the whole thing again? Sure. I'm sorry, could you describe that one more time? I should have known it would be you, pal. Fine, once more for the mentally challenged lawyer. Yeah. Live it up while you can, Gumshoe. I'm just trying to see some, you know, if he, like, messes up. I'm just thinking, press layout, okay. Nothing new. The actors did a run-through, Gate to the studios, okay. Security lady was here, 1 p.m. that day. Security station, gate C, okay. Studios, Studio 1, okay. Now, on that day, there were only 3 people here. The victim, the defendant, and the production assistant. Employee area until noon, and then he went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady went to the guard station. Later till 5 p.m. The production staff came to the studio and wanted to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. Samurai spear was found lodged in the victim's chest with the murder weapon. Case in brief. Listen to it again. Nah. Probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear. Medieval. Samurai spear was added to the court record. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Alrighty. Will the witness declare her name? Huh? My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please. It seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. Just call me Grandma. I was young and Oldbag, dearie. I'm sure. Oh my God, bro. She yapping. This is the worst. Objection, oh God. Objection. I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony? No, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, I was. And get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin with your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammerhead and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me, because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers. That man was right there, and he was heading toward the studio. You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright? Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Okay. So first of all, I just want to look at this. Studios, October 15th, 2 p.m. Photo number 2, though. Oh, come on now. Where's the first photo, guys? Oh, fuck. Let's do it. Let me get this straight, old bag. Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday you saw Mr. Powers, correct? Or you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Tokyo. Miss Oldbag, this is the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sensei? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder... True, Mr. Powers does play the role of Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. No one in this court is accusing you of that, Witness. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? Nosy old man. Of course I have proof. What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised. The prosecution would like to ask the witness. Please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time. How was I supposed to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as his pal. He didn't even give it a second look. Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear your proof then. Alrighty. Damn, is she cooking? I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props, and it was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his legs, see? Clear as day. Now I knew it was Powers. Happy? So he had sprained his ankle? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. Hey, yo. Bro, you weren't there. Trip and fall? Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped him make it feel... I helped make it feel better. I helped make it better for him, of course. You helped make it better? I kissed it where it hurt. Let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up the backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. You may continue your testimony. Who was present at the run-through? Well, let's see. There was Powers, he's still Samurai, then poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate, and me. What exactly were you doing? Observing, just observing. What about the assistant? Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such, so she didn't see the run-through then. Dude, I swear she said that she wasn't there in the morning. He broke a prop? Sure did, his own samurai spear. His samurai spear, the murder weapon. Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it. This strikes me as a significant detail. Better write down in the court record. Samurai spear is updated in the court record. Brazen shaft has been mended with duct tape. So it really is? Huh. Wait, let's not present that. That was actually a big mistake. I think we've heard enough, haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there is one thing that bothers me, which is... Where's this Steel Samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see this Steel Samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Are you sure? You're sure, Your Honor? Hold it right there. We keep talking about possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo... Well, we have to agree that this photo shows Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. Defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also. Allow me to remove doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go into the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. So no one else went in the studio, then it would have to be this Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine your witness. There is nothing here. There is nothing here. There is nothing here. There is nothing here. That was 2:30 p.m. for you? Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody suspicious doesn't pass by at all. Nobody suspicious is looking right. Do I present this again? Guys. Wait. We have his card key. Does that mean that he couldn't have gone in? Your Honor... Oh wait. Sorry. Oof. Y'all. Fumble God. Oops, that didn't go so well. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate from the studios, correct? Yes, sir, Sonny. So whenever someone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture? And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer is on the God Station records all the game data. Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are a few words, October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. Even I know that means that it was taken at 2 p.m. on October 15th. Really, Sonny? Actually, I know that too. The issue here is the bit that says photo number 2. Photo number 2? The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Y'all, come on. It's just so obvious. Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one, but 2 people went into the studio that day, yet there was only data for one person on the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access, the security lady herself. Eh? Me? You watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes. That's what it would seem to mean. Can the witness explain this to the court? I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help? Huh? Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. She's using it like a slur, y'all. Oh, God. Whippersnapper? Something the matter, Miss Oldbag? Ah, that's right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. someone other than the Steel Samurai. Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way. Sigh. Oh wait, I probably should have said. I see. Your testimony, please. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security camera, the security computer, and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this. Well, of course, Sonny. I've only just remembered it. Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin your proceeding. When I say this was a turn for the unexpected, well, I guess kind of expected it. But I guess I kind of expected this. Every day after I finish my guard duty, who the heck was the photo you erased? Huh, a fanboy. Fanboy? Steel Samurai fanboys, real freaks if you ask me. To get information about rehearsals from gosh knows where. Or is hanging about. One was there that day. Wait a second. Did you say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in? Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leaves outside and, well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain? I told you they were freaks. Oh, and they're kids, children, whippersnappers. Kids? So on the photo that you erased, it was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. What? Order! Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day? One was Steel Samurai dragging his leg, and the other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade? Oh, yes. Well, we see his type there every other day. Can't stop him, can't catch him. A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade? I assume it will be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear? Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy. Right. As I said, I didn't pay him in such mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. Guys, come on, y'all. October 18th, 11:08 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3. Mr. Powers? Yes? Tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest. So who was this Steel Samurai in the security photo? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner by the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You could take better care of that stuff. I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me? It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick, what are you going to do? First, we play for more time. Or stop targeting someone else that could have conceivably done this. Right, and it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on that spot. You don't sound very optimistic. Well, I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't say it like that. I feel bad for y'all, for Powers, y'all. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter? Okay, my phone. The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else who could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Oh, I don't know. Order! Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great, as if the stakes weren't high enough. So who is this person other than Mr. Powers who could have committed the murder? Y'all, the security lady, oh god. Oh god, the security lady! It's possibly the assistant girl, but also the security lady. Fucking we ball. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? The steel samurai is driving his leg in the picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about the morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through? There was only one person other than Mr. Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag. What? Whippersnapper. It's a slur, y'all. Order! Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you. Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the steel samurai costume, then slip to Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would you go through the trouble of wearing the steel samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right there. Sherlock Holmes number 2, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What's that supposed to mean? So you all think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there. Do something. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way? Did she really do it, y'all? I might have to give her a break, y'all. We don't fuck with false imprisonments here. We gotta give her a break. I guess this does kind of make it look like she's the killer. Funny, I feel bad for her all of a sudden. It's true that the witness could have conceivably committed this crime. Yet we must not forget that the victim was an action hero. As formidable as her personality may be, I doubt she'd be strong enough. Uh-oh. If he removes her from consideration, that means Mr. Powers is it. Sorry, Windbag, but I don't have a choice. Ugh, gotta push forward. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased. He's only a grade schooler though, as you said. Second or third grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds tops. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer. What? How can you be so sure? Or is it be nice to kids and mean to your elders day? Whippersnapper. I have proof. Proof? Indeed? Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows that the boy could not have committed this murder? Did I cook? The scene of the murder, as we all know, was Studio 1. However, you need a card key to enter Studio 1. How could a boy with no formal relation to the studios have a card key? I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this?
Ugh.
The windbag, speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find more about your witness. Miss Wendy, what's her name? Something Oldbag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into this Oldbag before we continue. That is all. The court is adjourned. Nice.
Wait a second. I'm not going to just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me? I'm talking. Oh, great. Stop the presses.
Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk. Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony?
Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about.
Not talk about? By whom? Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify. Here we go again, bro.
Well, the studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? They had told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free.
Oh, so it is. Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now?
Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and always do what I'm told.
No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the Oldbag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay, well, I'm gonna need to know who the Who were these people?
Well, the director and producer, for starters.
The director. We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course.
Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it.
So, where were these people?
The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime. They had a meeting after that.
Where?
Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer.
Studio 2? There was a Studio 2.
Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. Go through the gate and all the way to the left.
Path where the monkey's head had fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue your cross-examination? I think I've already asked my questions, but... Sure. They're actually in the studio. Yes, the whole day when they heard about the murder, they beat it before the cops came.
Rumble, I killed this one, I swear.
I feel sorry for Edgeworth, almost. She really left him hanging in this one. Yeah, for real. For an old windbag, she sure likes keeping her secrets. Let's get as much information as we can. Oh. So you were told not to talk.
That's right, by the studio TV bigwigs no less.
Why didn't I hear about this?
Don't be so hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it.
Your Honor, that statement contradicts the evidence. Oh, fuck, my bad. I'm a retard, y'all. Miss Oldbag, this is trial for murder.
I know that, silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it, and they gave me a little bonus on the side.
So you got your bonus and still talk? I think I have asked other questions I have to ask.
Your Honor, we have learned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yeah, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Oh, really? It's nothing. Or should I say... Right, that's so fun. We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We'll have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So Nick, we have figured out just who it was in the Steel Samurai costume. Could it really have been the old windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor old windbag. I kind of feel sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right, we'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Alright, to be continued. Stream to be continued. That's that good shit. That's that good shit, y'all. That's that good shit. Let's see. Real quick. And then we ended this shit. Hope y'all enjoyed. A quickie poo stream. Okay, y'all. Have a good one.